on the interwebs. I want to do another Google update, but I want to focus the Google update a little bit more this time and not just a bunch of random applications that we're kind of going through in the updates. I want to talk about a tool that most of us may not know about and have been getting some updates. A lot of the colleagues that I work with, we've been talking a lot about augmented reality and virtual reality and making global connections and reaching outside the classroom and getting a sense of culture and the world and how important that is in the classroom. Google has built a VR tour creator, so you can make your own VR tours. It's really cool, it's really easy, and it gives you so much power, and it empowers your kids as well to create these engaging stories for virtual reality. So let's go take a look. A couple of ways to get there. The easiest way is just go to Google and just type in Google VR Tour Creator. That's it. And you'll just click on the first result. And then you have no options other than click Get Started. When you come up in here, you will see New Tour and Templates. Templates, there are a lot of really cool things in here that kind of show you ideas of things you can do in the tour creator, but we're just going to start from scratch. I would start from scratch. I'm going to go ahead and show you one that I've created so I can show you what is available, and then we'll add on to it so you can kind of see how that works when you create things. So I created this one called Architectural Wonders. I really hope I spelled that right. I think I did. You can see you got a title, you have a category, and a little description. Down here at the bottom, you'll see that I already have locations that I've entered in. So let's start here, for example. So I wanted the kids to see architectural wonders, really cool architectural buildings. So this one is the Guggenheim Museum in New York. And just like any other VR, you can go all 360 degrees around, up, down, left, right. If you have VR goggles or like a Google Cardboard, it will show you the VR logo at the bottom, and you can experience this with a VR headset. That being said, I was able to add narration, so you can add narration to your VR experiences. This is the Guggenheim Museum. I won't make you listen to that. I'll put a link to this in the notes, so you can check it out if you'd like to later. You can also add ambient audio. So it actually makes them feel like they're really there because the sounds of New York are there. And then you can add description, location, all that good stuff. And you can also add points of interest. So here I've made a point of interest. I click on that, and then I've got a video, or not a video, I've got a picture of a painting that is actually displayed at the Guggenheim. And I also have narration on that as well, so you can actually hear about the painting.
This is Paris in the late 19th century. It's the excitement of the broad bowl.
That was an interesting little hiccup there, wasn't it? So I've got one for each. I've got the Walt Disney Concert Hall, the Burj Khalifa, the big old building, Cathedral of Junk in Austin. Check that out if you haven't seen it. And the Taj Mahal. And I've got narration and audio, but you probably want to know, well, how do I make this? How do I make this, Josh? You're frustrating me. So let's check it out. So I'm going to add a scene down here at the bottom. And I think when most of us think of landmarks, the one that usually comes to mind is the Eiffel Tower. So let's go ahead and check out the Eiffel Tower. Well, it's going to give me Las Vegas first. That's fun. There's Paris. So we'll click on that. Oh, that's nice with the fence and everything. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to say add scene. Let's add it. So here's our scene that is now added to our architectural wonders, and you can see that we can set our starting view. So where do you want your students to start? I always kind of like to start it kind of in a weird spot, so they have to look around, like it's not automatically set there. So I'm going to save. And then I can add the description. I'm not going to add a description. I can add credits. Where did I get my information? But now I can add audio and narration. So I've already added these things on my computer, so I don't have to take time doing that. But for the narration, all I did was I went to this tool that I have closed. This is called the online voice recorder. Really easy to use on any device. Chromebooks are great, all that good stuff. So all you have to do is click that button, it records it, and it saves it as an MP3 file automatically. So I've already done the narration on that. And then we need to do ambient audio. So a really good resource for that is freesound.org. You do have to have an account, maybe do a class account if you're doing this for a class that everybody can use. And they're all free audio sounds. They're usually ambient audio. And I've already pulled one. I just went in here and I typed in Paris Park. And it's important to note that on the Google Tour Creator that it only accepts MP3s. So I'm going to click MP3, and now I've got this file of the Jardin des Plantes. I know, did I do that right? Is that a good French? I'm not sure. And then I just download it. And there my file is coming in now. So now I can go ahead and build the rest of that scene out. So let's go ahead and add the narration in. So I'm just going to click Add Scene Narration, and I can drag it or select it. I'm going to select. Okay, we're going to find our audio file, which I recorded today on 2/21. And there's my narration. I'm going to go ahead and add that. And then my ambient audio should be finished downloading by now. So I'm going to select my audio. And there it is, the Jardin des Plantes. And we're going to open. And now my ambient audio is added. All right, now let's see if I want to actually do a start at a point of interest now. So I'm going to click add my interest. We'll say view from the top. We'll add an overlay. Actually, you know what? I don't like where that point of interest is. We should probably put it at the top. Okay, now we can add an image. Sorry, I don't mean to scratch my nose on camera. And here's my view from the top that I did make sure it was labeled for reuse. I was good. I was good. And I'm going to add that in. And you can position that however you want to. You can make it a little smaller so it can be way up here when they see it. So while they're looking up, they click on it and they're looking at the view from the top. Go ahead and come in here and go ahead and type this in for our location. And then we're done. That's it. And then when you're ready, you publish it, and you can either go unlisted or you can go public. We'll go ahead and make it public. And I hit publish. And now I've got a link where that lives, and I can view that live. All right, so here's what that looks like on the user end. And then we can turn the narration on, and we can turn the ambient audio on. And this is just such a cool experience. And think even if you have the VR goggles on and headphones, it's like you're really there. So very, very cool tool. And not just cool for you, but cool for your students to create these experiences too. Think how much they will learn by having to research what is at these places and why they are significant, or any other subject area, and trying to tie that into real world elements. But anyways, we could go into that for a really long time. So try out VR Tour Creator and tweet at us, comment below in the comments, and let us know what you've created or your students have created. We're excited to know. Thank you for watching as always, and we'll see you next time.